This is the 22nd season of Bass Talk Live. BTL is presented by Bass Cat Boats, Strike King Lures, AFTCO, Pro Guide Batteries, Spro, Gamakatsu, The Bass Tank, Beatdown Outdoors, and Sunline.
BTL coming at you.
Good afternoon and welcome to a special edition of BTL Bass Talk Live, where we are going to talk about bass fishing. Just wrapped up the 250th show on a Thursday morning, July 16th, with Frank Scalish. A lot of good stories, a lot of reminiscing and things talked about there. Also, just announced a new giveaway from Trailer Watchdog, new partner with Day 4 with Frank Scalish, which is presented by LureNet and Pradco. But go back, listen to that show if you have a chance on that. That's up to a $500 value on that if you have a horror story about trailering with your truck and trailer. Trailer Watchdog can take care of that. But we're doing a special show this afternoon because currently taking place in a steamy and hot Orlando, Florida, is the world's largest sport fishing trade show, the International Convention of Allied Sport Fishing Trades, more commonly known as ICAST. And for the last couple of years, I've joined with Dave Rush to do Best on Tour, where we talk about what's going on in the bass fishing world. Also, a lot of behind the scenes and in front too with their podcast. Jordan Babcock does a lot with that. But there's a craze, and it's the urchin craze. We've seen the trolling motor craze. We've seen the forward-facing craze. We've seen the cooler craze, and we've seen the kayak craze, but we now have the urchin craze. So this is going to be a two-part show for the next 45 minutes. We're going to bring in Dave and Jordan live from the ICAST floor as it's going on, and they are doing nothing but searching for urchins. We're going to talk about all the new urchin-style baits that are out, the hooks. They're going to walk around the floor. You're going to get to see them as the attendees of ICAST are currently seeing them. Then we're going to stop, we're going to reboot, and we're going to come back with everything but urchins. So if urchins are not your cup of tea, or you're urchined out, last time this happened was the Alabama rig craze of 2011 or 12, where Mark Jeffries and Drew the True Smith, that's going way back in the BTL archives, put a ban on the term Alabama rig because we mentioned it so much. Where we may be approaching that with the urchins. But for now, we are going to be walking around how many thousand? Over 200,000 square feet of display area in search of the urch with Dave Rush and Jordan Babcock. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know you're working with OBT, Outdoor Brain Team. You have a lot of things that you guys are doing there. So thank you for taking time to go on an urchin search with us on BTL.
Yeah, I appreciate a disclaimer, Matt, letting people know that this is going to be all about the great urchin search. And man, we've got a lot to cover, so we should probably get right to it.
All right, Jordan, thank you for jumping on. For those folks who want to catch more of your content, I know you've had a lot of stuff go viral. It's over on the Best on Tour YouTube channel. Also, check out bestontour.net. Sign up for that free weekly email. These are the folks who make it happen behind the scenes, Jordan and Dave. But it appears, and I'm glad you're starting with this urchin, because out of all of the urchins that I've wanted to see, the one that is behind you that looks the biggest with the weirdest tentacles, and I know that Steve Kennedy has done a lot of work with this company, with his swim baits, and that's G-Rat. So are we going to just go ahead and start our urchin search right over here at the G-Rat booth? Walk us through the first urchin.
We are right into it, Matt. As you can see here, this is the G-Rat urchin, and I'm going to say up front, we do not know the names of every one of these urchins. So have to do a little research on that if you want to know. But what's interesting about this urchin is, like you said, a little bit of difference on the tentacles. You see the fork tail on the tentacles. That's a little different. The core looks a little bit smaller than some of your other full-size urchins. The smaller version, same tentacle profile, but the core on this smaller urchin to me looks a little bit larger. And then we have over here, you've got all of them together. Yeah. So
that's just the reality. Like that's the difference.
There's the name, Papa Webb.
Papa Webb, Grandpa Webb, I'm assuming.
And G-Paw Webb. Now, are you able to put
And
your
then
hands
the
on those urchins,
Weber.
Dave? Can you pick
Yes.
up that urchin and get? That looks like a gigantic urchin. That looks like the biggest urchin that I've seen. How does that compare to like the what is it, the Koike Max, or what's the giant one that they've got?
The suplex.
Yeah, the suplex. How does that compare to the suplex?
Tentacle wise, I would say like wingspan. Let's call it wingspan. That's what we'll go with on the urchin.
The wingspan of the G-rat urchin.
Now, this is just estimation. I think wingspan on the urchin comparable to something like the suplex. Core, certainly not.
Agreed.
Smaller. Feel of it, I like the feel.
Now that looks like it's an oblong core to it, not a circle core like we've seen in the earlier versions. I think we're going to see some other urchins that have some unique features in the core of the urchin.
If you look at this guy, more of like, I would say like an egg profile.
Okay.
All right.
Something like that. And if you notice the circumference of the tentacles, a little bit different on each of them, right? But what's also cool with this one, Matt, as you can see, Jordan comes around here, checks this out. They actually won the best terminal tackle last night for their urchin rig. So there's been a lot of questions about rigging also. Everybody's coming up with their own solution. We're so early in this urchin game. I feel like we're just going to continue to learn different rigging methods, but looks like they have a ton covered. But if you look at their urchin rig, right? So that gives you a ton of different options, right? You've got the treble hook option, and you got the single hook option, and then you're basically hanging basically it looks like a bullet style weight to your urchin.
Okay. I found these online. These are the Papa Webbs. They're $16.99 a piece and available for pre-order on the G-Rap Baits website currently.
Yep, and that is one thing we were going to try to do is figure out when these things are available, right? Because best ability is availability. Everybody's trying to get their hands on urchins. It's driven up the price on the black market of urchins, which is eBay. Guys paying. We followed one. I was talking to a few guys. They followed one that went for $500 at one point. So now, as these urchins hit the market and become more available, in theory, the price of some of these other urchins should go down.
I got you. I've got the urchin rig actually pulled up from their website. It's a very unique. They have a single weed guard and a treble hook, and it looks as though that weight then goes up through the body of the bait, attaches to the small ring that is welded onto the base of that treble hook. And yeah, so that's a best to show terminal tackle winner.
Yes.
G-Rat.
Yes, it is.
That is it.
Papa Webb is what it was called. The G-Paw. The Papa Webb.
Papa Webb. All right. So we got a lot of urchins to cover. So we are moving. We are on to Skinny Bear.
Okay. Skinny Bear urchins. Now, if I remember off the top of my head, Skinny Bear has gone a little bit psychedelic with their urchins.
Yeah. So basically a bicolor urchin. So some options where you have some different colors mixed in instead of just a one core color with some flake or something like that. So different color urchins. Jordan can give you a look at that.
Before we go any further here today, we have to consult the route, okay? So, Matt, I spent the time, and we drew up the route we're going on today. Okay?
That's the urchin route on ICAST.
This is the urchin route that we're doing right now. So we just saw number one. We just saw G-Rat. We're going to Skinny Bear next. This is what we're doing. We're going to conclude number 13. We're going to 13 booths, so we better hurry this up. Number 13 is Hide Up, so we're going to save the best for last year. But we're moving on from 1 to 2. We're going to go Skinny Bear next.
And we will say these are the urchins that we found. There may be a few more urchins at ICAST that we weren't able to lay eyes on.
We were not intentionally leaving out any ICAST urchins.
No, we're not intentionally leaving out any ICAST urchins. This is what we were able to come up with. Yes,
so here they are.
So here they are. So that's what you were talking about, kind of the psychedelic. You see the multicolor aspect of the Skinny Bear urchin. The shake 'em up. What was that one called? So what I want Jordan to point out, go back here, Jordan.
Yep.
Okay. So you notice this, Matt. You see what this says here, if you can see, right?
Patent pending.
Have you ever said patent pending? So I did a little pre-gaming with the guys from Skinny Bear, and as you well know, when you're dealing with patent litigation, patent filing, you really don't want people to know what you're patenting until it's official. Now, you can probably go out there because that information is public of what you file a patent for, but we don't know exactly what they are patenting in their urchin, but there is something that they are trying to work on a patent for. So that's interesting.
Okay, can we get the Skinny Bear, shake them up in your hands to see how that? It appears as though they have three sizes: a 25, a 19, and a 14. The 25, which is the biggest, is going to retail for $28.99.
Yep. So there he is.
Okay, that looks like there's something very interesting on the bottom of that urchin. Is that like a plastic? Is there something unique on the bottom of that urchin, or is that just how they have it rigged on there?
It's just how it's rigged.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just on this little rod situation here. These are the Skinny Bears.
Okay, there we go. There's the two-turned urchin. That's a lemonade color right there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Look at this. Look at this product over here. Take your pick.
That on the whole. And,
So that's
Wow. That's the 25 millimeter, I would assume. Shake 'em up selection.
And then, so feel on this urchin, I'll say this one to me, and we're just going off of feel, right? This one feels a little bit more rigid than the G-Rat.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and that's been a good thing with urchins, right?
Yep. So I pull up, I'm on the Skinny Bear website right now. There's the two-tone in the Bama bug. That one looks absolutely filthy. That's like a June bug and green pumpkin mix combined.
So we're moving
And on the
route.
website, it's saying 2-pack. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
So
there.
what we're seeing to what we've noticed, and you'll see a little bit of this in the packaging as we move through the route.
Okay.
A lot of the companies are the smaller size urchins. I think, let's say up to like a 17. A lot of the companies are going with 2-packs. So
Okay.
I think that's something that they're coming into the market. Obviously, hide up the original 17 comes as a singular offering. They're coming in as a 2-pack, trying to do something a little bit different. Maybe price point, maybe a little more attractive there as well. But most of the larger urchins, like your maximum size urchins, are still coming singular. I've not seen a 2-pack of a let's say a full cast Koike style urchin bait.
Yeah. So when it originally started, like this is the 13 mil that I'm holding up here, just of the regular Koike. That was just a single.
Yeah. So we are. This is kind of a. We're throwing this in the urchin category, Matt.
Okay.
So we are at the Missile Baits booth, and this is Ike's Dice Jigs. Okay. So what we have here is, obviously, this is jig skirt material, right?
Yep.
Built around. You can't really see it, but I'll try to give you an example here. It's built around a singular hook with an R-bend where you can attach a weight. Missile's got some weights coming out too that you can attach, but attach your favorite style weight.
Okay.
So this is this is, I guess, urchin adjacent maybe, but this is what we're already seeing is we're seeing companies try to take advantage of the urchin style baits, but making something a little bit different or trying to play off of the urchin baits.
Okay.
This
So
is
it's
Missile's offering.
Okay.
But it's not
And
TPE. It doesn't have a core. It's basically a hook designed around the urchin style of fishing. And we talked to John about it. John's been testing it a good bit. And this is something this size. If you get a good perspective on the size here.
So about a 19 millimeter all the way around.
I'd say 17. Yeah, whatever, somewhere in there, 17. But this is something that John's been doing. He's been fishing, and his setup is a spinning rod, but pretty, reasonably heavy braid. 12 to 16 pound leader, and really just jacking on them with a spinning rod. And so he's saying that this method here with this hook that he's really not losing a lot of fish on it. You know, that's been one of the knocks on some of the urchins and the rigging methods. How do you not lose fish? So that's
with a very unique hook too, so you can add weight to it. So you're basically you're basically throwing a skirted hook.
Yes. And also able to, you know, do a lot of colors with that, right? A lot of different jig colors.
That's interesting. That's kind of a unique take on a mop jig in a way.
It is. And with that being said, they are working on a larger one. So
okay.
Think about that, right? So you mentioned the mop jig, same principle, right? Just a big flaring skirt and able to, you know, put a ton of different color in it.
Yeah. We are with
a single hook.
Dave Rush, Jordan Babcock from bestontour.net at ICAST 2026, searching for urchins, the great urchin hunt of 2026, looking at all of the urchins that they can find on the ICAST floor with a detailed map of the urchins. And we are headed to stop number 4. Stop number 4 on the urchin map. You guys are hoofing it. You've already made your way through a lot of the ICAST floor as Jordan
we could obviously spend a couple of hours on these urchins, but we thought it would be best to just show as many as possible. And basically people want to know, hey, what does it look like? Is it different? And is it available? And what's the price, right?
Okay, where are we at now?
Bait Cave.
So we are at Bait Cave Customs. This is their urchin. So
that looks like an interesting core.
Interesting core. Go ahead in here. Check this out. So this guy is called the Zora. And they actually have on their packaging exactly the diameter, a 1-inch ball, 4.5 inch. We're going with the wingspan.
Okay.
Overall, right? So pretty cool looking. If you see, it looks like it's got a few little, almost like some grooves in the core.
Okay. It's showing that those Zoras now are selling for $10.99 on the baitcave.com
Check this one out.
website.
Can't say I've seen a color like that. Kind of a clear and blue glitter. Kind of cool. Okay, they also have what they call the
Disco Violet, I believe is what that's called. Oh, Crystal Blue.
Also, they have what's called a nebula. So you look at that, it's kind of a urchin dice kind of hybrid deal.
Okay.
So a round core, but with the spinnerbait or jig skirt material strands.
One thing
$9.99 for the nebulous.
One thing too, Matt, that I'm noticing just standing here is you can smell these. These are infused with some sort of scent.
Give them a good whiff. Describe to us
infused with Strike Force Bass Formula scent.
And this is Bait Cave Customs.
Oh, that smells like a good old school pack of Motorola worms.
Okay.
So kind of your basic, some anise, something like that. Some basic.
Those are $10 for one based on their website.
Yep. And so obviously you're seeing on their website available, right?
I am seeing sold out.
Okay.
Oh, sold out.
So this is kind of like, man, is this kind of like speed dating for urchins?
It 100% is, and I'm really digging it. You guys are absolutely smoking it right now. So
I like that you're able to pull up what's available. That's kind of cool. Because it's hard to get people to talk to.
All right, we're on stop number 5.
Which way is that?
I would say this way.
Oh, it's so easy to get confused at ICAST too. And then you pass one of the booths, especially later on, that's offering free libations, and then you're just completely off course.
Right, absolutely. The libation.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that path, or that path. I think would be great to add to the show, to the thumbnail afterwards, Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you the route. We meticulously planned this route. I literally have a piece of paper that we were writing down all the booth numbers.
Yeah.
We went to New Product Showcase, wrote down all the booth numbers. We walked around and randomly stumbled. Oh, here's the paper right here. Look at that.
Phenomenal.
We sorted them by booth number. So if you're wondering how this route was planned, That's how we planned it. We're trying to be somewhat efficient with our, with our walking here, but they are kind of spread out. And we did want to end with hideout last. So
Okay.
those are some of the considerations into getting
I
our
gotcha.
route planned.
So we were very close to the hideup's new offerings there when we were at booth
We
number
passed
3.
right by them, but you know what? We got to save them.
That's
so we
fair.
Just did 4.
That's
we are
fair.
heading to 5.
Okay, so after 5, we'll run a quick commercial break because after 6 because that appears to be the longest walk to 7. But we should be approaching the 5th stop of Searching for Urchins at ICAST 2026. How's the vibe, Dave? Excitement in the air. A lot of attendees this year. Media versus buyers. What are your thoughts on ICAST this year?
I'll say good so far, Matt. I mean, busy, steady. Obviously, people always have different opinions on how they perceive ICAST and what they get out of it. But I think it's what you make it. I mean, there's plenty of people here. I've seen a ton of people I know and made some new friends, new connections, and taking care of some business. So super happy.
All right. Have we reached number 5?
We are skipping ahead to 6 because we took a wrong turn, as one tends to do at ICAST. But
Okay.
have no fear. We have an urchin for you right here.
So this is the Strike King Chucker. So this is we're talking about packaging now. I said I had not seen one that was the larger size urchins in a 2-pack, but guess what? It's a larger size urchin in a 2-pack. And I will say, I mean, packaging wise, it's pretty cool. Look at that. So that's the 24 millimeter in a 2-pack.
And that appears to be some sort of 3D printed support system there that they holding the baits in there with.
Yeah, but you could easily throw that in the boat and just rig it like that. Or
I like it. I'm
like
not seeing anything on their website about that. I know that they had come out with a bigger version of some other baits, but that one was one that they kept tight to the vest. Now, one of the things that I noticed, the chucker on that, Dave, do they have any there that have the different colored tentacles on the tips, like the black with the blue tips? That one looked very interesting to me.
That is interesting.
Let's take a closer look at that one.
Walk us through the feel, the texture, the size.
What are you thinking, Dave?
Maybe
pretty squishy.
Maybe a little softer on the chucker.
How about the smell? Does it smell?
No smell. A little different on the tentacles.
Available in 4 sizes.
Thick base, kind of like more of like a traffic cone look.
Okay.
See the tentacles
they appear
there?
to have some thicker tentacles than some of the other urchin baits. It's a lot. Seems like a meatier offering.
I would say so. I like the colors. This one is kind of cool. This is kind of like, what'd you say?
A scuppernon.
Like a plum apple, like almost like a red bug.
Yep.
Like a good summertime ledge color.
Yep.
I haven't seen that in a yes.
Okay. And there's Eastern Father.
Extra stiff TPE formula, but like in my opinion, a little softer, to the feel.
I like it. Also, incredibly good urchin stands.
Yes, but there's actually the 3D printed stand that comes in the packaging.
Okay, and then they have a smaller chucker rig that appears to be on a jig head.
Yeah, so like panfish or super finicky fall or winter bass, if you're fishing around small bait.
That's the Strike King.
That, and this one looks maybe like a size up, but still small. So let's get a comparison.
That small one is a 7 millimeter. That is the 10 millimeter. Finesse urchin, spotted bass,
and that's
smallmouth
like on
bass.
a little football head. That'd be smallmouthy, right?
Very smallmouth.
Yeah.
All right, Matt. I'm gonna get us back to number 5 since we're skipping, and then let's go to break. How's that sound?
That sounds absolutely fantastic.
Because then we'll really have a long walk from 5 to 7 syntax in the skid trap. But
That'll
you know,
work. So that
as you
was
said,
the
easy to turn
striking
around.
chucker. That was the first tipped colored urchin that we've seen.
Classic champs all around. Eastern Fothergill, Casey Ashley right there. They're just surrounding the urchins.
Yes.
Urchins are surrounded by champions over here.
Has there been a lot of urchin talk at the show?
I mean, obviously, a lot of urchin talk on both sides of it, right? There's been, let's go look at something else besides urchins, a lot of urchin comparisons. I mean, kind
Urchin
of
rigging talk.
basically the same conversation we're having here on BTL, to be honest with you. It's guys want to know, hey, what urchins have you seen? How does it compare to XYZ urchin? What are the differences? What are the pros? What are the cons? When is it coming out? What is the price point? How are they packaging them? So a lot of stuff like that.
We are approaching booth number 5, which is going to be the Lake Fork tackle urchin, actually.
Oh, I'm very
This is
interested
one-
to see this. I have not seen this.
Yeah,
So
this was one that wasn't in New Product Showcase.
Right. I just kind of happened by this one, and I gotta be honest with you. This one was the one so far I feel like is closest to the original urchin,
Okay.
original Koike, I would say, just by look and feel. I think you'd really have to do an in-depth comparison with calipers, probably.
That's what we should have brought, was calipers.
Should have brought some calipers and the scale, which we'll get into some of that later.
Next year.
We'll get
Not
into
seeing
some of that
anything
later
on
because
Lake
there,
Fork's website
there are
right
some.
now.
All right, so let's go over here. Here you go. So the depth charge.
Okay.
So feel wise, Jordan and I were over yesterday and actually had one of the OGs and kind of really compared it. I mean, it was very, very close. The tentacle, I guess, profile on the depth charge,
Very similar.
very similar to the OG. When is the depth charge available?
Next month. The good thing about that, though, you're talking about the feel, man, you're right, but I've had this in my boat for about 4 weeks. This is how the biggest thing when you get a urchin style bait, they tell you don't let them touch each other, don't let them get in the sun, don't let them get wet. These baits have been in this is my wife's 99-cent container that I keep 4 different colors in on my boat for customers. You pull one out, there is no deviation at all. The brown hasn't gotten into the sand or anything like that. So as a fishing guide, I want to be able to pull the different colors out, not have to take one out of the box, take it off the wire, put it back on a wire. This is how I store one on my boat every single day. So that's what I like about it. Fishing in our line of work, time is money for me. So if I could store an urchin style bait like the depth charge like that, it's just more economical, more sensible, everything about it. So
Sweet.
yes, sir. Absolutely.
So what I
Ask
also will point out, Matt, what I'm noticing here is, so these are, let's say, battle tested, boots on the ground urchins that are stored in a way that supposedly you shouldn't store urchins because they're going to mess up the tentacles and stuff. And these urchins look pretty.
Hold this
they
right
look
here. I'll
pretty
show
legit.
you.
Like they don't look like they've been
This one actually, this has
been destroyed.
This is the one
Pretty straight.
This is the one I just demoed in the take. This was actually in a fish's mouth on Lake Fork last Thursday. It flew over on a plane. I cut it off a rod off my boat and brought it just like this. So I don't know of another urchin that's been fished in a fish's mouth that you could bring all the way to Orlando, Florida from Texas, and it still looked like that, man. So
Phenomenal.
There you have it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you,
Thank you, Zach.
Hey, do they have the Lake Fork garlic scent to them? That was an often asked question in the comments.
Okay.
Let's do a
Smell
smell
test.
test.
Garlic scent in it or no?
we haven't done that yet. We haven't put garlic scent in it because we don't know how they're going to react. We're running it straight right now. We may introduce some garlic scent. There's going to be 2 extra colors coming out in the next month too. A June bug with green flake and like an oxblood black and red. So those are the 4 colors we have right now: sand, green pumpkin, watermelon, and brown.
Retail?
$12.99.
And do we know when those will
Yes,
be on
sir.
the Lake
Thank
Fork
you, guys.
website?
Said about another month, right?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
another month.
All right.
Awesome.
So, a lot of good information there.
Yes,
Run the
very
break.
A
good.
lot of
We
good
will-
information there. So we
All
can
right. Run the route.
take a break on that one, and we will go find more urchins.
Yes,
and
we are
continue
searching
the
for
great
Urchins live with Best on
Urchin
Tour,
search.
Jordan Babcock, Dave Rush. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will dive into the second half of the Urchin Quest. You're watching a special edition of BTL Bass Talk Live from the ICAST floor. We'll be back right after this.
The new Puma STS has been redesigned from the ground up. With the angler, design, function, and performance in mind, nothing on this new offering was compromised, and the only thing carried over from the previous version is the name. Based on the Soft Touch series hull that started with the flagship Jaguar, this new model is nimble and performs incredibly well at all speeds with either a 250 or 300 horsepower engine. Featuring a new 96-inch wide-body footprint, this hull measures out at 20 foot 7 inches in length. Industry-leading design coupled with tournament-winning performance. The Puma STS from Basscat. Feel the rush.
Before there were hashtags, there were handshakes and shared stories. They gave us confidence to make our first cast and chase our dreams. They taught us to fish, and in the process, taught us about life. They taught us that success isn't just about reaching the top. It's about lifting others up. The future isn't just about selling tackle. It's about 3 simple words. Let's go fishing. Here's to the original influencers.
When I'm in a tournament, conditions are constantly changing and every second matters. With the Deep Dive app, I can instantly pull up all the current lake conditions all in one spot. So no more looking at weird government websites. In just one quick glance, I have water clarity, water level, wave forecast. It's all right there in the Deep Dive app. Download the Deep Dive app and get all the tools you need to put together an awesome tournament.
I fish in some of the worst elements across the country. Spring, that's a giant, dude. Summer, oh my gosh. Hi, look at that thing. Winter, it's so cold. And fall. Got a big one, that's awesome.
Being comfortable and staying dry is the only option.
AFCO, any fish, any water.
At Beatdown Outdoors, we know you depend on your gear to hold up in any condition. We built for that. We test for that. In fact, we pride ourselves in that. Because we know when the time comes to test your gear, you aren't going to take it easy, so we won't. We build premium, made in the USA products that you can rely on in the moments when your equipment should be the last thing on your mind.
34 minutes.
All right, welcome back. Special edition BTL live from ICAST with the guys from bestontour.net, Dave Rush, Jordan Babcock behind the camera. The great Urchin Quest of 2026 continues. We are through 7 stops on the Urchin map. We'll go full screen on that Jordan put together very nicely. We have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we are now on to our 7th Urchin of 2026. First look here at ICAST. Let's go urchin hunting. Back to you guys.
Nice talking to you. Matt, we are on an urchin search. Show us what you got.
Awesome. So we came out this year. Thank you, sir. Do you want me to clip it on or just hold it?
Yeah.
Hold it, fine.
Awesome.
Maybe let him know he's
So
on
this year
live.
we came out with Monster Bass's depth charge. It's
Okay.
TPE Foiky style bait, but our cool thing is we went a little denser than most people did. Now, the big problem you have with going too dense is you're not able to get your hook point through or get your nail weight in. Well, the great thing is with this one, because we didn't go quite as hard as like a hard plastic, you're still able to slide your nail weights in. You're still able to fish these very easily, but you're also not going to have the tear out of your hook point on the other end.
Okay, and then we have one on a spear right here.
Yes, sir. So this is kind of a fun little trick that I came up with. Me and a buddy of mine, we're how many ways can we catch a fish on a foot? Okay. I mean, everybody's using everything from treble hooks in them, frog hooks. And I was like, I'm going to throw it on an underspin. He goes, I'm going to put it on a spinnerbait. He out-caught me with so many fish on this thing. I have never seen anything like this out there. So we took half a koiki and we used it as a trailer on our spinnerbaits.
Isn't that something?
Very
Phenomenal.
unique, very unique.
Awesome.
And that's
Appreciate your
monster
time, man.
bass,
Thank you.
1995, and that is a
This is
19
actually a
millimeter
prototype.
bait.
We got a speaking of prototype here too, boys.
So super, super secret on this prototype. But
Should I
I'm actually
show
planning on
this?
making this our new Ned bait. It's
Hold on a second.
obviously just a green pumpkin craw, but with all of the extra tentacles that come out of it, this is such a unique action in the water. And then these craws actually stand up. So when you're working this bait, there's so much more action up and down, and flutter from all these little tentacles that come off, and then the floating defensive stance of the craw pinchers.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you showing us that.
Thank you.
Super cool.
Where you guys with?
We're on Bass Talk Live.
Bass Talk Live. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
I don't
So
know
that
if we're
was
supposed to
monster
show that one,
bass.
fellas.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. It's if it's an ICAST, it's pumping.
Okay.
Next
Okay.
is Rapala.
Oh, Rapala.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Now here's what everybody's heard about. Rapala obviously does a phenomenal job with their marketing. You've seen the videos roll out. Everybody wants to get an in-person or virtual look at it. And man, we are just steps away here from checking out the CEO. I will say, before we get there, let's go check out a little model of the CEO.
Yeah, they always have gigantic models.
Yes. So there you go. Will we ever see a CEO this size? Is that where we're
Yes.
going?
Yes.
I think that's where we're going. Is that a saltwater CEO? Never know. But I will point out, this is actually a really good demonstrational tool. You check it out. So you see the core of the CEO is a good bit different, right? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, it's got a little notch on the top almost.
Yeah, and it's more of
Like a dodecahedron almost.
Jordan pulling out big words there.
How many sides is on this poly? I don't know how many sides is on this polygon, but it's a lot.
It's a ton of sharp sides, flat angles. If you also notice too, the tentacles got a little cut in them there, right? So let's go check out. Let's go out. Let's go show you how they do their thing up front.
Yeah, we got
How
to
they
put some
display it.
hands. I want you to put some hands on the CEO because I'm very
Yeah,
curious
we're gonna
as
do
to
that.
the feel, the smell, the texture of that.
But I want to show you how they display it. So this is displayed in a place of prominence at the front of the Rapala booth, and get a glimpse of the Rapala booth, Jordan. So Matt, you know how big the Rapala booth is. It's one of the big in ICAST.
Yep.
And we see CEO number one thing, right?
Yep.
First thing you see. So you've got the CEO.
I believe it's like a
Cool way
19
of
and a
displaying-
21.
Yeah, cool way of displaying it, right? So, but if you can tell, we'll get hands on it. But if you look at the smaller size has also got the mix of the skirting material. We're heading over
Live
here.
from
We're gonna
ICAST
get
here.
Hands on the CEO. So here you go. Full size.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the texture like? What's the smell like?
No smell. Maybe a little softer, but a really good texture. I like it. Smaller
Stretchy?
size, get a little bit of skirt. Yeah, stretchy. No, for sure.
Okay.
You see the skirting, the little pieces of skirt. I think this one's maybe been pulled on a little too much. maybe a few more pieces of skirt, maybe one or two missing.
Now,
So all right. So
the way that I
understand.
understand this, there is a weighted glass powder core in that, so that there's
that's
no
what I
weight
wanted to
that's
get to. So
necessary.
we talked about that earlier in the show. So they have gone with a weighted glass basically a ground glass, from what I understand, powder that's in the core. So it's core weighted. It is scent infused. Okay, not saying I smell a ton of scent, but it's scent infused.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I thought was really cool with this, look at this, right? Offered in a 2-pack. The smaller version offered in a 3-pack. So the CEO 15, the CEO 21. CEO 21 available in a 2-pack. CEO 15 in a 3-pack.
The 21,
cool
Dave,
colors.
is that something that you can store it in after you use it? Is that
Yeah.
Crush City has a lot of resealable packages. Is that something that where that CEO can go back in the pack?
It's clamshelling, so conceivably, I mean, from what we just saw with the Lake Fork and me storing it in a Tupperware container, so it seemed fine in there. So I would say, yeah.
Next on our list, folks, we're going to go to GSM. There are multiple urchins.
So we're headed to GSM next. If you are familiar with GSM, you know they own a lot of different brands. Big Bite Baits, we'll start with them. And then they also own Yamamoto. So we'll check both of these out. Hey, what's up, Nick? How you doing?
All right, good.
So this is the Big Bite Orbix.
Okay.
This one, what's interesting about it is that it's $6.99 retail, by the way.
Wow. That is the
Very
most
stretchy.
inexpensive urchin that we have seen.
So not a giant urchin. I would say maybe comparable to like a 17. I don't know in the packaging if it has the actual sizing. Don't see it.
But there it
Looking
is.
on Big Bite's website, and I do not see their new Orbix out. This is the Big Bite bait.
But this one, Matt, probably
It is TPE.
man, this one's really sturdy. Like it's very, very durable. Same concept though, the hole for storage. Maybe a little shorter wingspan, I'd say maybe.
Yeah.
A little more compact.
Perfectly cylindrical or perfectly round.
Yes, your standard urchin. Now we are headed over to the Yamamoto side of the world, and we're going to look at the uni, which we're familiar with the uni, right? Here's the original uni. That one came out kind of a little bit slept on, but then when the Koike was totally out of stock, then unis were out of stock. Now they have come out with the Uni Moss, which is 20 millimeter, same design, same style, just larger, and then the Uni Max, which is 24 millimeters.
Wow, that's a big one.
It is, and I mean, I do not own a uni. First time I'm actually kind of feeling one. I mean, it's
now it appears as those
very,
tentacles,
very similar.
those are
Very
not
similar.
spikes. Those are not spikes, Dave. They actually have some different shaping.
Ish. Well, so you can get. I don't know if you can tell.
Yep, 100%. Like a little ball, oblong kind of ball on the end of each of the tentacles.
Tapers down and then kind of comes out to almost like a little spear point type look.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, very durable. And also of note too, I mean, just for people that don't know, typically when companies like GSM own all these brands, a lot of the plastics, even though they're different companies, poured in the same location, made in the same location. So a similar feel to the Uni from Yamamoto as it is to the Orbix from Big Bite. But yeah, 24 millimeter.
Here's the Uni Max right here, $19.99. And there's the picture. You can see the tentacles are a little bit different. They're available in a lot of different colors too.
Yeah. So we're headed over
blue,
now.
Green pumpkin, purple copper.
Headed over now towards the new product showcase. So it's open to everyone now. When you first come to ICAST, it's only open to media before they do the voting, which we've saw the best terminal tackle offering there from G-Rat. When we come back in our second show, we'll maybe show you some of the other stuff that won awards. It's open to the public now, and it's a good way to go in and see a lot of things in one place. So we're going to head over there now and check out some of the urchins that are in the new product showcase that we haven't shown you yet.
This particular brand is called.
We do an urchin detour.
Ooh, urchin detour.
Urchin detour.
We just came across
Emergency urchin detour.
Emergency urchin detour. So, like we said, we found as many as we could, and we found some more.
All right, see what you can find out about these urchins.
So at ICAST, you have various retailers, but you also have companies that source products. This looks to me like it's called Source Pro Outdoors. It's probably a sourcing company, but if you look at it, man, I mean,
so this would be like if you want to come out with your own urchin, you buy these at bulk from them, and then you can market them under your own brand.
Yes, my assumption would be this is probably one of the companies that some of the urchins
mystery
people
urchin.
have been, the mystery urchins that have been showing up in different packaging.
That looks like a big one. Is that a 25?
It's a big one, man, and it's everything you want in an urchin. I mean, the feels there, the elasticity, good color, sizes.
Today's point, I bet.
I'm thinking these are probably some of the urchins that you're buying.
Yes. Rich
Lindgren
right from Hellabass is sniffing this out. He said these guys probably make 80% of the urchins out there. Now we found some unique ones that aren't, but
so super smart. And so just to give you like non-urchin a little bit, you kind of see some of the other familiar shapes that are getting popular now.
I see some raid looking baits in there.
Yeah, some Gallicants. Yeah. All right. So there you have it. So a little bit of how the sausage is made there, Matt. So yeah, you get all kind of different things at ICAST. So you have the retail, most of the things you see in retail, but you got to remember that you have a lot of dealers here, a lot of companies are here actually looking for manufacturers and things of that nature. So a lot of things get made overseas, obviously.
Okay. New product showcase. I believe you guys have arrived.
Well,
Jordan's
we're first going to 4-7 Outdoors, which has a new urchin that we discovered in New Product Showcase.
Okay.
It appears as though we have a real-life alien here. And here is their urchin.
Things aren't working. So here's the 4-7 Outdoors Xenospore.
Check it out. Get your hands on that one. That's a bright color.
This one's a little bit different.
Shorter wingspan on this urchin. Thicker core, shorter wingspan, I would say.
2-pack for $11.99 on 47lures.com.
Yeah. Some pretty basic color. Pretty good.
Here's a look in the tank.
Here's the website. The Xenospore 19 millimeter.
Yeah. And you see it. There's the Xenospore in action in the tank.
Yeah. Definitely the shortest tentacles that we've seen on an urchin bait, similar to an OG uni, or even perhaps closer to the missile baits one that came out last year.
Right.
So, and they're all in on the alien logos. My man right here, Travis, was dressed as the alien. So here you go. Thanks so much. Show us the Xenospore, Travis. There you go. We want the full experience. Okay.
There it is.
I'm Travis with 4-7 Lars out of Fuquay, Virginia. And I want, thank you.
Hold that.
Look at this.
So we're going to clip it on.
Right here so you get the best audio.
Oh, you never know what you're going to get on BTL.
Are we? Hey, I'm Travis with 4-7 Lures out of Fuquay, Virginia. And I just want to tell you guys about our Xeno Spores. If you like an urchin bait, you're going to like a Xenospore. These float just like most of them. You weight them, and then they sink down to the bottom of the tank, as we'll see when I grab. And we'll go ahead and give you guys a nice drop. And see how it floats up when the hook hits the eye on bottom? That's what you want out of your spores. So they float up, and the weight stays on bottom.
Sweet. Thanks,
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks, guys.
Very nice.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
Did not see that one coming.
Seems like an alien invasion.
I mean, there's been a lot of talk about declassification of UFO documents. I think Travis might be in one of those documents. But hey, he's all in on it, and I can't knock the hustle. But this Xenos 4. So now we're about to enter the new product showcase. Well,
okay, we're back on track on the urchin hunt. What number are we on?
What number are we on?
Next should be 11. We actually do not have a new product showcase. Stop plans.
Okay. What do you want us to go?
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Let's go in here. I want to show Matt something.
One more detour.
Hey,
Is it urchin related, or are we saving this for the next show? Everything but urchins.
Urchin
Hey,
related.
this better be
if I
urchin
can
related.
find it.
Is it the urchin storage? Is that what you're going to show?
Yes.
Quick urchin storage detour.
We might
Seems
show
like
you this
urchin storage was a hot
Listen.
commodity. I saw 5 or 6 different urchin storage.
There you go. Now you see how they have the instead of having to put your wires across, they have the wires sitting straight up and down.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we know what product that is, Dave?
This is the DTF Innovations Urchin Vault is the name of it. Here's upside down. Sorry, Urchin Vault.
Does
And then this
DTF
is where we're
Innovations have
headed
anything
next.
to do with a team tournament trail?
I don't know the answer to that. No comment on that. Next, actually, instead of going to the booth, since it's right here and we're already taking too many detours, let's just look at it here because this was number 11 on the list was Fish or Die. So let's just
Okay,
do it
hold
here
on a
and check
second.
it
I
out.
think I found it right here. I did find the DTF Innovations Urchin Vault. You can keep up to 100 urchins in one, 40 large or 60 small and medium without squishing them. And that waterproof version, $83. Urchin Vault original, $75. $6 for a 10-pack of the wires. DTFinnovations.com. Now, that's like half the price of what a full cast is going for right now.
So we're just going to
Good
go
find.
ahead and jump into stop number 11. We won't skip the other ones, but it's right here in front of us, so why not? So we're going to jump into the Fish or Die bait company, and this is called the Anomaly. So there's 2 versions, I'm assuming here, but check this out. Fork tail.
Interesting.
Not as many. So it's just a round, like it's almost like a spokes of a wheel, right? So it's not coming off of all sides of the urchin.
Yes.
Wheels.
They have it available in a 13 millimeter and a 22 millimeter.
But
the
very
22
durable.
millimeter is $14.99. It's on the Fish or Die bait company website called the Anomaly. There's the website right there.
A version, I don't know if it's the Anomaly or not, but apparently a version, same tentacle locations, but with the skirt material.
Hold on here. Let me go big screen on that. Interesting. So that is like a dice urchin. That's that's the second dice urchin hybrid that we've seen, but by far the biggest dice urchin hybrid.
But this one different in the fact, like we said, it's just more like spokes of a wheel, skirt material coming out of the sides that do not have the tentacles. Can't really see here, but yeah, there you go. So
there you go.
No skirt material in line with the actual tentacles. So.
And this one says it's a small family business.
Yeah, there you go.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. We are past number 11 now. We're going to number 12. We only have 2 left, people.
Yeah, I would also like to point out
around.
that last urchin was infused with mustard gas, which is a mixture of a garlic and craw scent. We forgot to.
It's too bad we didn't get you to take a whiff of that.
No, I'm out on the mustard gas. I think that's banned in several countries.
Well, that's just the name. That's the name of it. Under stench, it says garlic/craw mustard gas.
That's quite a name.
Where are we headed?
We're headed to American Bait Works next.
Okay.
Our second to last stop on the Searching for Urchin.
This has gone very well, gentlemen. Thank you for the time and effort that you've put into it.
Yeah, this has been a lot of
like
fun.
you said, there may be a few.
Now, American Bait Works, we're talking bait fuel, scum frog, net bait, snag proof.
There you go. There's the giant American Bait Works booth. All of their brands under one umbrella here at ICAST, which you're starting to see more and more of that, right, Matt? We talked about the condensing of the tackle industry.
Yes.
American Bait Works been together with these group of brands for quite a while. So we got to find our urchin.
I'm searching. We are searching all
We're
over the
literally
booth for urchins.
searching. Now I'm curious if you're going
There
to
they are.
be
Go down.
showing the virus or if they have a different urchin out.
So this
have
one,
the crappie urchin.
that's a crappie version.
Grab a bag.
This is a crappie version of an urchin. Look at that. And so I would guess, similar size to the one we showed over at Strike Team.
10 millimeter,
Maybe-
7 to 10 millimeter.
Yeah, it's cool. Maybe like a little lemon ice looking color.
Do you know what brand that's being marketed under? Is that a net bait or?
Bait fuel.
Okay.
So I'm assuming infused with bait fuel.
Get the bait powder on it. We soak them in bait powder next year, and we're soaking it in powder.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Nano spike, yeah.
That is the bait fuel nano spike.
Micro
Nano
urchin.
spike. Bait fuel, nano spike, micro urchin.
So we are going to go now, fellas, from the micro urchin to the granddaddy, the big boy. We're going to go find a suplex, fellas.
Is this our final stop of the 2026 ICAST
stop.
Urchin Tour?
This is going to be the grand finale of Searching for Urchin. We're going to see what Hideout, the original, the OG brand that came out with the urchin in the United States. We're going to save the best for last year.
There's a few other things we probably should show you over here too that are urchin related, urchin adjacent.
Yeah, I would like to see Gamakatsu's new urchin hook.
Yep, we can do that.
We can see that.
I see Gamakatsu there behind you.
Here we are approaching the Spro booth. So those of you that don't know, Spro is the North American distributor for Hideout.
Yes. If they listen to BTL, they would know that we've had Kazu and
What's that?
Oh, look at this.
Oh yeah,
This is a. That's
You want to talk about it with us?
That
No.
is a. Let's go over here and look at the urchins first, then we'll get to everything.
that's like a new urchin
Those guys were
storage
busy
area.
doing a little
Yeah,
business.
we
Here we go.
were interrupting a tackle.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
Right,
going on at ICAST. You have a bunch of different media people. You have people that are buyers that are looking to get the baits into their stores, and there's a lot of like scheduled time meetings. So these guys are kind of working around the scheduled meetings with with clients and media.
All right, so here is the wall of OG original koi keg. Some colors you may not have seen, right, Matt? There's a full cast, like a bubblegum color. So remember they had like the tamarind blue? This one is Uzashino blue. So this is a new color.
Wow. That's like a blue like you would have on like a jig trailer.
Yeah. So full cast. This is, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. You can look at the color yourself. Definitely don't have that one.
Kuririn Kentucky is what I'm going to go with. We, of course, got some 17s as well in the new colors.
17. Don't see a 13 here, but they do make a 13. So this is the one everybody's been talking about too, the Quickie Suplex.
Yes.
So let's look at this will give you, just the packaging alone will give you some comparison.
Look at that.
At full cast, that's suplex packaging.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's much bigger. Now it appears as though from what I've seen on the suplex, and you've got them both right there, do the tentacles on the suplex, are they longer and thicker, or are they similar to the size and diameter of the tentacles on the full cast? Because it seems like a much larger diameter ball, but the same diameter and length of the tentacles.
A
same.
little larger, but not much. I would say very proportionately appropriate for the suplex.
Gotcha. So what's new in the Quickie are some of the colors of the full cast as they rapidly try to keep up with the
And
demand
then
for the
you guys have
original.
seen this one. This was actually the original. That one's been available, in the States for a while. That's the little guy. Koike
Okay.
Mini. Caillou Koike.
And that's
There you
available in a 3-pack. Like I said, when they originally came out, I got one right here. That
And
13
then-
millimeter
hold on, wait a
just came
second.
in the one.
Check this out. So we were saying, oh, everybody's on the panfish wagon. Well, guess who had it first? The Koike Micro reveals itself. That's really micro.
It is. And then you got the mini as well.
Yeah.
So you got micro, you got mini, you got Caillou, you got 17, I'm assuming 13 series, you got full cast, you got suplex.
Yeah. So let's go. Now we can check this out, Jordan.
Another one.
Still there, Matt?
Tackle Warehouse
Yep.
video.
Okay. Suplex, right, Steven?
That's going to be the U.S. version.
Okay, so now we're live.
Only available on the U.S. There's going to be 2 colors. That and watermelon.
So this is Steven Young with Pro. He's going to give us a little
What's up,
insight.
Steven?
A little
He
bit
can't hear
inside
me.
here. So you can see this. The suplex is actually going to be a little bit harder. The suplex that's currently available is a little bit softer. The U.S., we're bringing it in just for the U.S. These 2 colors. It's going to be green pumpkin black, I believe, and then a watermelon as well.
Okay.
This is the new storage. the Koike
Now,
storage.
Jordan, you can see this. That storage that is actually in stock on the Spro
talk about the
website. That's the Koike
Holder
Keeper.
a little bit.
So you can see these Koike holders.
Yep.
We actually sell them. There's 2 different types. We got the standard Koike holder and then the professional series. The professional series, the 2 differences. The blue is just a little bit more dense foam. It's supposed to last a little longer than the black one. It's not as dense. It's a little better price point there. And they both actually, as you can see, they can fit in a standard 3700 deep no divider easily. If you have the divider, you can actually tear these apart and take this little center section out. You can fit them on both sides.
I have it pulled up. That's only $6.99, so you don't have to buy the box or anything. You can use that in one of your 3700 deeps that you have, and it's $6.99 for the for either the blue one or the standard.
And for those of you who haven't ever seen, this is the Koike fish. So you see a little bit more bait fish minnow profile on the tentacles. They fold over, so
Mm-hmm.
you can imagine how that looks in the water, and then you let it go and twitch it, snap it.
Now that's getting a lot of play
It's actually a
quietly,
little
correct,
sneaky
Dave?
color, not available yet.
And Steven's telling me right now, this is an unavailable, sneaky color not available yet.
Core shot.
Core shot.
Is that why it looks a little reddish in the middle?
Yeah, a little reddish. So you're seeing something that nobody's seen yet.
Nobody's seen before.
When will those
Yes,
be
sir.
available?
When are those available, possibly?
I didn't know what y'all were doing. Then you started talking. I was like, holy crap.
We'll have some. When are the Koike fish core shots available?
Oh, that is a question.
We don't know. We don't know.
So check this out while we're here. Koike related. This is the bug spike. From Hide Up. So we're starting to see more and more plastic baits, specifically from Hide Up, with the kind of the tentacle profile integrated into the bait. So if you look at it, it's almost like that flat profile with the tentacles.
How would you even rig that?
So we asked that yesterday. They were talking about like a wobble head type rigging. It's not very thick at all. I think you'd have a hard time exposing it. I think you're gonna have an exposed hook, but maybe the tentacles kind of act as a little bit of a weed guard.
Yeah, it looks like something I have in my
But, man,
kitchen
it
to
is-
get the stuff off of the pans.
It is very much infused with something.
Shrimp.
That's the smelliest one. Yeah.
So there you have it. Do you have any problem? Cool.
The great urchin quest of 2026.
Yep.
Jordan,
we'll
get in
end it
there.
with a nice little picture of the original OG koi keys where it all started, and it's just amazing to think, Matt, that this bait was actually developed in 2001. So there's been 23 odd years that it was slept on, but I didn't want.
Yeah. Fantastic.
There
All
you
right.
go.
These two gentlemen who just took you through the great Koike quest of the 2026 ICAST show, responsible for the bestontour.net newsletter, comes to your inbox once a week, free, talks about everything going on in the industry, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, tournaments, industry news. Jordan, Dave, you know what I think we should do? I think we should end
What's
this
that?
show, and then we should come back in 20 minutes and we'll do it again, and we'll call it Everything But Urchins.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Let's talk about something else.
All right. We'll see you.
See ya. Thanks.
All right. There you go. The great urchin quest of 2026. We're going to just wrap things up here. A lot of information on that as you go back through. You can pause it. You can see it. I tried to pull up as many as I could. Thank you to all the companies that worked with us to get us in on time for that show, and a lot of work on Jordan's part and Dave's part. A little bit behind the scenes. Put your nose to the test, your eyes to the test, the feel test, the size, get it in your hands. That's what it all comes down to when it comes to bait. So we're going to wrap this up. Then we're going to come back at 1 o'clock Central Time with another live from ICAST with the guys from bestontour.net, Everything But Urchins. We'll talk to everybody then. See ya.